You know, in the realm of video game movies, one of the movies that a lot of people have really been looking forward to is the possibility of Uncharted. Uncharted is a movie that a lot of people have been talking about wanting. It's very cinematic in nature. It's almost made like a movie instead of a video game, and a lot of people say a lot of their favorite video games are. They're not. But this is one of them. This is one of them that really is made more like a movie than it is a video game. Now, almost 2 years ago, we found out that Tom Holland had been cast to play Nathan Drake, which had a lot of people scratching their heads. I mean, we like Tom Holland, but isn't that a little young for Nathan Drake? But whatever. But everything has been dead quiet on the Uncharted front ever since, causing a lot of people to wonder if this movie's even still happening. Well, it is still happening, and as a matter of fact, it's now more concrete than ever, as Sony has announced that Uncharted is hitting theaters not in 2 years, but next December. December 2020 is when it is coming. This report comes to us from our friends over at Joe Blow. They wrote, Holland's casting was announced 2 years ago, which came off previous actors and directors like Mark Wahlberg and Neil Burger coming aboard and then leaving the project. Now, things seem to be righted with Holland cast as treasure hunter Nathan Drake in his younger years, and with 10 Cloverfield Lane director Dan Trachtenberg signing on after Sean Levy exited earlier this year. So, they have confirmed a couple things. Number one, that yes, indeed, it is going to be Tom Holland. He's locked in. He's going to be it. And now they've got the release date, and it's just like a year and a half away. It's not even like 3 years away. It's next December, which is kind of crazy. Now, it's going to be opening on December 18th, and that's the release date. It's December 18th, 2020. Already opening on that date are a Coming to America sequel. The Eddie Murphy Coming to America sequel is set for that date. And there's one other high profile film that I'm forgetting off the top of my head that opens on that date that whatever. I can't remember it right now. And that's okay. Whatever. So anyway, it's done. It's done. Now, before I go any further in giving my opinions on this, I want to ask you guys, we're going to make this the topic of today's question of the day. And our question of the day is simply this. Now that it's official and the Uncharted movie is coming next December, how are you feeling now about the casting of Tom Holland? I want you to go to my Twitter right now, which is simply right there at John Campea. You can see the address there. It's the top post, and register your vote on how you're feeling about it. Now, one of the things I want to say about Tom Holland's casting, did I find it an odd choice at the time? Yes, but you got to keep something in mind here. Tom Holland is not Peter Parker. Tom Holland is not a high school kid. Tom Holland is 23 years old. Hell, he's not even college age. He's out of college. You know, he's of the age that he's done college. He ain't some I know we look at Tom Holland because he plays Peter Parker and we think of him as that age. We think of him as a high school student, but the reality is he's a 23-year-old man. Is that still on the younger side for Nathan Drake? Yes, but they told us a long time ago they wanted to go a little bit younger. And the advantage of that, of course, is that at this age, at just 23, if this franchise is successful, and granted, that's a big if, but if this franchise is successful, you're talking about a guy who can play this role for 10, 15 years. Hell, he could play this role as long as Hugh Jackman played Wolverine. Because he's just at that age that he could do it. Now, of course, nobody's saying they're going to make 8 Uncharted movies, but it's kind of nice if you, as a film company, as a production company, if you give yourself a little bit of that flexibility. So why not cast a guy like Tom Holland? He's a very popular name right now. He's a very good little actor. At the age of 23, he's young enough that you can play a young version of Drake, but also he can be around for a long time to play it as. And by the way, the kid's built. The kid's got he's got a Nathan Drake kind of physique. So listen, I'll tell you what, I'm all for it. Personally, I'm all for it. I think this is exciting. I watched the cutscene, like the 16-hour cutscene movie of Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, and I thought it was fantastic. So I'm all down for seeing these types of adventures. I'm all for Tom Holland playing the role. But what do you guys think? It's now official. It's coming next December. Do you like the idea of them making this movie? How do you feel about Tom Holland's casting? Jump down to the comments section below and let me know what you guys are thinking.